everyone, this is Lisa from Life in Layouts over here on the Scrap Room, and today I am using the American Crafts Late Afternoon and also the embellishment kit, which is half of the thicker phrases. Now I'm also going to be using this sketch from August of 2010 from Page Maps, and I kind of follow the sketch. Here are the papers that I'm going to be using. I encourage you guys to go check out Tina Gale's video over on the YouTube channel for the Scrap Room to see all of the details for this month's flavor of the month. Now, my photos here are from a fair, and most of the photos are them on the carousel or merry-go-round, and then there's just a couple other, random photos of them. And I really liked the sketch and the way that the photos looked on the right hand side of the sketch, where it was a larger photo, like a 4x6 photo, and then a smaller photo. I think the sketch actually calls for them to be like 3x5, like a lot smaller than what I ended up using, but because I had 4x6 photos, I wanted to use that. But I liked that where it was a larger photo on the top, smaller on the bottom, and then next to it on the right was a smaller on the top, and then a larger one on the bottom. So I like that staggered of the photos there, and so that's really what I went for with the sketch. I also decided to use that beautiful floral and the red polka dots, and it has like white polka dots, but they're not the same polka dots. Like some of them are filled in, some of them are not, some of them are like even half circles and things like that, and I just love the randomness of that. I do decide to distress all of my papers in ground espresso, and I think that that really pulls out the kind of fall colors from this paper. These photos are taken in November, which I still consider fall, especially here in Florida, because we don't have like a true winter. So you can see that the kids are in like light jackets. So even though it's later in the year, and for some people that might mean snow, it definitely does not mean snow down here in Florida. Now, what I changed up a little bit on the right hand side was I didn't have enough photos to span, as well as the photos that I had were larger. So I printed actually 4 of the photos down to a 2x3, and then I added them along the side there, and I just love the way that they stand out. Then on the left-hand side, I didn't follow the photo placement at all. What I decided to do was take the photos that I had and put them in a grid style on that blue paper with the cross marks on it. And then I had that one extra 3x4 photo that I went ahead and added to the right-hand side, but it expands over into the floral paper and the red paper. So that little gap that I just created there, I'm going to put my title there, and so it will cover up that gap because it does kind of look a little funky right now. My blue paper wasn't straight, so I did have to pull that up and pull my T-square ruler out to get that paper straight. And then I went ahead and pulled out the embellishments that I had. I added a couple of the floral stickers to the bottom so that I could bring the florals from the top down to that red paper. I decided to make my title Making Memories at the North Florida Fair, and so I do use the thicker pieces that come with the upgraded kit that say Making Memories, and then I use my own stash to finish out that title. And I'm really just adding different pieces around the clusters that I added. I added one to the bottom right hand side and one to the bottom left hand side, and then really my title is kind of my third cluster, so I don't make a triangle at any possible way. I mean, if you look really closely, maybe there's a small little triangle there, but it's really just kind of straight across, and I'm okay with that. I like the way that it looks. I feel like I really wanted to bring my clusters down to the bottom to ground that, because the floral is so busy and I feel like your eyes are drawn to that floral, and bringing the clusters to the bottom allows you to kind of draw your eyes down to the bottom as well. I did decide to journal on this one. Most of the time I don't journal on my friends' layouts because this is a layout for a friend, but she actually somewhat journaled in her Facebook post, so I went ahead and transferred that information over to the layout, and then she can always add to it if she chooses to. So here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more inspiration for the flavor of the month kits, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.